am finally back at the cinemas and I have some movie reviews for you. So today we are going to be starting with a genre slightly outside of my comfort zone. We are going to be talking about The Companion. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content and movie content here on this channel every week. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free and I will leave a playlist of my reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch at home this week. Yes, I went to see The Companion as part of, or Companion, I never know if there's an article there, as part of a Scream Unseen. So I didn't know what it was going to be. And the Scream Unseens have been sort of hit or miss. I find Screen Unseen slightly better for me, but Scream Unseen is interesting because I don't watch a lot of horror these days. I did watch a lot of horror in my teens, but not these days. So Companion sort of asks that question of, when is AI too much AI? When has AI gone too far? Now, I wouldn't classify this one as an actual horror film. I think it was a bit thriller and quite dystopian because it sort of takes place now-ish, but definitely in the near future. So I wouldn't say so much it was horror. There was a slight gore factor to some parts of it, but overall it was just a really great story, a story that made you think, and a story that I enjoyed following along. So even from the opening sequence, I was like, I think I'm going to like this film. I knew nothing about it going in. The only reason I knew that it might be Companion was because we went for food beforehand and the girl in the bar across from the cinema said, "Are you going to the Scream Unseen? People are saying it's going to be Companion," which was interesting. And also, shout out to people that appreciate cinema. The two members of staff that we dealt with in, it was part of the lounge chain, in that lounge, they were both really chatty and lovely. One of them was wearing a Frozen the musical top and the other one chatted to us about our cinema going activities. So that was great. But yeah, I knew nothing about it going into it. And I think that was a really great way to go because you had no expectations going into the film and you could be actually a little bit surprised by some of the revelations. And so there is an element of AI to this film, but I'm a little bit like, should I talk too much about that, or is that a spoiler? So I'll try and keep it as spoiler free as possible. So the beginning of the film is basically there's a meet cute between a guy and a girl, classic start of a movie, and then that couple is driving up into, I want to say, the mountains. There's like a lake house, and they're meeting up with three of his friends. So for two other couples. So one couple that she'd already met both of them, and the other couple where she'd met one out of the two members of the couple, and they were his friends. So she's kind of got this pressure. And then, as happens in horror films, when you go to a lake house with a group of young people and they're there just to, have some food and have some drinks and have a good time, things start to go awry. And again, don't want to give spoilers away, but the way things go awry is linked with AI. Now, I spent a long time in this film sat there going, where do I know this actress from? She's fabulous and I know I like her, and I know I liked her in the last film I saw, and I'm pretty sure the last film I saw her in was quite dramatic. And then I worked out that she is one of a small cast. Before, she is one of the actresses from Heretic. And so, yeah, what's she called? Something Thatch. I want to say Sarah, but I don't think it's Sarah. Sophie Thatch. There we go. So Sophie Thatch, who was in Heretic. I loved her in Heretic. I thought she was fabulous in this as well. Despite the fact that it's that cliched trope of kids go to a lake house and things go wrong and there's, some blood and some gore. None of the acting was particularly ham. I think that the director was like, right, we're going to do this and it's going to be quite measured and we're not going to lean into the cliche. We're going to try and separate ourselves from the cliche, knowing that this could turn into a very cliched film. So yeah, the acting itself was good. The storyline as well could have gone into the whole, oh, there's somebody chasing me in the woods with a gun, or there's somebody trying to hunt me down with a knife. Like, there's some running away from people and things like that. But again, it didn't go down that whole, like, we're just trying to redo Scream here, or like, this is just Friday the 13th, but with older people and mobile phones. And so I think that that was a good aspect as well. I really enjoyed the storyline. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you will know that a big tell with films for me is whether I look at my watch or not. And I did not look at my watch during this film at all. The film was posted as finishing at like 10 past 10. It actually finished about 10:15, so like bonus there. It's obviously not a super long film considering the fact that it started at 7:45. So yeah, it's a good length of film. And I was kind of like kept guessing, and I was able to sympathize with the main female lead, and I was sort of, I didn't know what was going to happen next. I had some ideas, but I didn't know what was going to happen next. So that for me is a nice, comfortable place to be. You want some revelations, but you want some sort of predictability, so it's not just, you're not challenged the whole time. You can kind of relax into the film. And that was great for me. And yeah, the fact that it addresses the question of, when has AI gone too far? When is AI gonna take over? And this is coming from someone that like uses AI so much in their everyday life. It's become part of something that I use in teaching as well, which is great. But yeah, it was interesting. In terms of gore level, if you're worried about the gore level, there was some gore, but it wasn't like hammered home. It wasn't like the most gory. It was gore, but there was like quite a lot for a scene, and then no more. And then again, it was purposeful, and then no more. And then in terms of the jump scares, it's not a big horror film because it's got lots of jump scares. I wouldn't say there was jump scares really at all. There was maybe one, but the whole cinema didn't react or anything like that. So you know what kind of a level of jump scare there is. So should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? I think if you like reading, got some behind me right here, sort of, if you like reading a psychological thriller that's got a female lead, that's a whole genre in its own right, I think you will really like this one. And if you liked Heretic, I think you will definitely like this one. If you're looking for more like your classic like noughties teen or 90s teen, think Scream, then this one is not that classic horror genre, so you would be disappointed. But I thought it was really good, and I would recommend seeing it. So yes, I think you should. I don't think it has to be seen on the big screen, but I think for you to do that focus of watching it without being on your phone, without going to answer the door, without doing something else at the same time, I think it's worth seeing it on the big screen for that. As always, if there is another movie you would like me to watch this week and come back to you with my thoughts next week, I'm always happy to do that. Just leave me a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on future movie or bookish content coming your way, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.